Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this first edition of No Boundaries, the show that has no makeup, no scripts, and most importantly, no bullshit. Throughout the course of the IPL, I will be interviewing certain members of the RCB family, from the players, to their families, to the support staff, and to the team management, with the idea of giving you a better insight into their lives away from the field. Each show will be split into 4 segments. The first segment will have me having a general discussion with my guest, followed by a rapid fire round. The third segment will involve a challenge of some sorts, which our guest doesn't know about. Finally, we will finish with a section of questions from the audience, which have been sent in during the previous week. If you would like your questions featured on this show, please send them into my Twitter handle, @Sid Mallya, stating your name, your question, and where you're from. Now, without any further ado, let me introduce my first guest. He arrived in Bangalore as a replacement last year, and he's back again this year to torment bowlers all over India. Known as the Gayle Storm, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Gayle.
Thanks for having me.
How are you doing, Chris?
I'm fine.
Good
to be here.
Chris, always good to see you. Welcome back to Bangalore for your second season now with Royal Challengers.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Sid.
Yep, of course. Now, of course, last year you came in as a replacement player. About 3 games into the tournament, you know, our backs were against the rope. You came in and you hit a century on your first match against Calcutta, your former team, of course, at Eden Gardens. We could see the emotions were running high that day. It must have been a great feeling and a great way to start.
Yeah, definitely. First, the welcome was actually, honored to be here representing RCB.
He has to say that.
Based on the scenario and how things actually happened, it's sad that Dirk got injured, but it was an opportunity to present itself and actually grab onto it and to make my debut for the RCB, get 100 at Eden Garden against my whole team. It was so spectacular, and that will always be a memorable one.
Great. Well, the aim of this show is not to delve too much into the cricketing aspect of your life, but we've come up with a set of questions, and I think the first one which everyone asks is, and I must get my pair out, is what's with the sunglasses? We all know that Chris Gayle is a bit of a fashionista,
yeah.
And you're always seen with a snazzy pair of sunglasses on. Of course, you're from the West Indies, where the sun's always shining, man.
Definitely.
But is it something that you've grown up always wearing sunglasses, or?
Not really, to be honest with you. I remember the first pair of sunglasses I actually wear was from VVX Laxman. I played against VVX in a practice. I think it was a practice game or A-team at Sabainapel, and the first shades I wear was from VVX. So it tended to actually build from there. I fell in love with it, and I tried funky stuff. Back in the Caribbean, we like fashion, we like do different things. We're pretty laid back, but for me, depends on the mood I'm in. I'd actually do something totally outrageous and totally different, and people find it funny. So once I actually can, laugh, then I'll actually carry on doing those fancy things.
Fancy things, yeah. Well, talking about fancy things, you were seen back in the West Indies after the IPL, cheering on your fellow West Indies players during a match, dressed as a sailor. So I'm sure the audience would love to know what that was about. You looked like you were ready to man a cruise ship.
Yeah, well, it was a captain at, still a captain, I try and lead steer my ship, over by, well, you gotta use my legs, of course, but it was pretty fun, like I said, just not really a costume, but it's an outfit, and it looked good, so everyone liked it. So they enjoyed the outfit, and the outfit was actually really something I actually came up with. So I like to come up with ideas of something totally different, and like I said, something you'll always say, oh, look at this guy. He's always doing something outrageous,
Absolutely.
It.
Well, we can see by the way you're dressed, you do love the bling, of course. We can tell by the chain and by the sequins on your shirt as well. I've actually got a special person here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mano Viraj Khosla. Viraj, if you want to just come and join us here for a second. Viraj Khosla, of course.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
The designer. He's obviously got less hair now than when you saw him last time.
Bit of a haircut, yeah.
Now, I brought Chris into your showroom to get some clothes designed for him, which he still hasn't seen. That's not. I mean, is that the Manu Viraj way of doing things? Because that's certainly not the Bangalore way.
Yeah, this was over the Champions League a few months ago,
Yeah.
and but the clothes are ready, but he left, so now the clothes are lying there, and he can have them tomorrow.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to them. I'm sure
Yeah,
they're
no,
superb.
he came and he picked up some really nice stuff, and he's got a great sort of sense of style, like Sid said, lots of bling. Swarovski's everywhere.
Yeah, that's me.
Swarovski's everywhere. That's his sort of trademark. So we've done a couple of jackets for him in sort of velvet with Swarovski's on it, and a couple of waistcoats. You know, the funkier it is, the more he likes it.
That's
The man.
Absolutely. Well, you've gone to the right man. Thank you, Viraj, for that.
Thanks.
Cheers, man.
So let's move on. So you're known to be a bit of a prankster, someone who likes to have a bit of a joke, a bit of a fun. As a kid, were you like this? Give us, I mean, if you did any pranks at school.
Not really, to be honest. I haven't done pranks, to be honest with you. I'm a more quiet person. Like, since involvement among cricketers back in Jamaica, they are the one who actually do a lot of pranks, and you got guys like Delroy Morgan. Those guys are local guys back home in Jamaica. Then you join the West Indies team. You see a lot of different things, and come to think of it, it reached a state where I was actually called the comedian of the team.
Okay.
Like being in the West Indies team, because I was the one giving jokes, and people actually laugh. I'll say weird stuff, and people just find it funny. Bravo is actually the guy who like to do pranks.
Dwayne Bravo.
Yeah, he's a guy for the prank and those sort of things. You'll get something like a chewing gum and let you hold it and it shock you and those sort of things.
Okay, so he likes the old traditional jokes. Dwayne Bravo does.
Bravo is the guy for the prank thing, but I'm not the prank person. I'm more say things and you laugh.
Okay, well, we know you've got a relationship with Dwayne Bravo, which we'll come to later on. But we've obviously been asked. We see you around. You're a strapping lad, of course. Bit of a ladies' man.
Well, I do look good for sure.
There you go.
That I can't take away for a fact, but when it comes on to the ladies, a lot of ladies, have to turn down, unfortunately, because
there's only so much Chris that can go around.
Yeah, I'm already taken, by such a beautiful lady, Natasha. So
he's a taken man.
It's just unfortunate the ladies just crying at the feet and rubbing down, But,
oh well, ladies, that's your first disappointment. The man is taken, but we hear your passion is cooking as well, and all ladies like a man who can cook. I know that. And I hear that you're a bit of the master chef. What do you? First of all, what's your speciality? And second of all, why have we not tasted it?
Well, the thing is that about cooking, I'm actually Iron Chef. Iron Chef.
Iron Chef.
AKA Iron Chef. In the kitchen, I'm not so good in the kitchen, but I can tell you, I can cook what suit Chris Gayle. To be honest with you, I'm not really a big cooker, but something a bit of canned food, something easier to cook though, but not a big cook of like chicken and cut up chickens and seasoning chicken and those sort of things.
It's pretty basic.
That's some pretty basic stuff, need some flour, make some dumpling, and that's it. That's simple.
Not bad, not bad. So as much as I can cook is if you get noodles and hot water, that's it.
Exactly, let the fire do the work.
Let the fire do the work. As long as you don't say let the lady do the work.
Oh, no, that's a different theory.
Coming on now to other sports, of course I follow your tweets, and you're always one to comment on Manchester United, especially when they're playing another big team like Chelsea. You are a United fan, I take it.
Yes, I am a United fan, definitely I am.
So
I became a fan. I became a United fan. It was actually Dwight York.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so we went actually tour West Indies tour England. We'll actually offer his service for us to come and watch a particular game. So I've been to the stadium, courtesy of Brian Lara. Those two are very close, so we actually go and support Dwight York for Manchester United. That's how I became a fan of Man United.
Oh, great. Well, Dwight York, of course, has a reputation as a ladies' man in the UK.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's been around the block, as they say.
Yeah, definitely.
And another interesting story, which you told me yourself, is now, of course, your country is also known not only for its cricket, but for its athletics. You have the fastest men in the world, from Jamaica, from Usain Bolt to Johan Blake. Usain Bolt potentially had a career in cricket, if I'm not mistaken, and you've played against him, and I hear he got you out.
Yeah, unfortunately he got me out. Yeah, definitely. He started his career as a cricketer. That's how his brother actually represents a club back in Jamaica as well. They both used to play cricket, and depends what changed his mind from track and field. I guess it's a wise change. He's the fastest man in the world now, so that's actually good for him. But you played a charity game. You opened the ball in against me, and the first ball he actually bowled to me almost knocked my head off.
Oh, he's a quick one, is he?
Yeah, that was a big
runner.
one. So I said, I got to keep an eye on this guy. So decided to play a few shots eventually. Got an inside edge, played on, got bowled. He sent me off the field.
He celebrated like that, did he? That's his typical celebration.
So
We can
really
imagine.
Good, and it's an honor to actually be associated with such a great athlete. Both athletes, as a matter of fact, played cricket. Ewan Blake is also a fast bowler.
Okay.
Yeah, and those guys, Ewan Blake played the game more now than Usain Bolt. I guess they have a big year coming up, but Ewan Blake still bowled fast. So those two guys are good friends, and I'm sure they're gonna have a big battle on the field as well.
Yeah, but coming from a country that produces such top-class runners, you yourself don't seem to like to run. You just want to put the ball in the stands. Now, I have a theory that the reason you're hitting these 6s and 4s is so you don't have to move.
Nah, that's not true. Honestly, as a kid, I was a track star as well,
Okay.
I used to do a lot of running. I used to do from primary school, then, finish it from that. The reason why I got actually kind of quick to running, playing football, and training was too intense. I said, Coach, I'm not going to do those running. So I tried to switch from football and then switch to cricket. So, less training, but pretty intense at times. But that's how I actually, become a more cricketer.
So,
with Usain Bolt and those guys, it's totally different from their part. And the ladies, we've got superb sprinters as well.
of course, yes, your ladies' team is as good. Well, you seem to be quite the athlete. Coming on to something you don't only visit India for the cricket. You were here recently in Goa playing a poker tournament.
Yeah.
As well. You enjoy playing poker. Tell us more about that. What was that for? And did you win, most importantly?
Actually, it's good fun to play poker. I actually started playing poker was when I was playing for KKR at the time. We used to stay up all night, play poker. Sunny Gavaskar son.
Yeah.
We just stay up and play poker all night. So he was actually the person who actually invited me over, Gavaskar, to actually come and play in Goa, which was good fun. And sitting around the table, that was an experience. To actually sit on the entire night, I didn't want much though, but the experience was actually great, good fun.
You enjoyed yourself.
Enjoyed it.
Okay, well, talking about Goa, last year during the IPL, we had a few days off, and you took a trip to Goa, and you got that tattoo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
That's the
I got
one you
this
got
tattoo
done
in
last
Goa.
year?
It was brilliant, and actually got it by Mr. Mallya Villa as well, so it was
Yeah,
super.
you stayed at home, so you enjoyed. We have some pictures actually of Chris on the trike and enjoying himself.
It was such a fun, good fun. Trust me, if I get the chance to go back to Goa, I'll take it
You
up.
can arrange, and of course you seem to like your tattoos as well. Do they all have special meaning to you?
To be honest, no meaning to me. I got a few in England. Most time I'm bored, and it depends what mood I come across. I'll just go and do a tattoo and see what will happen. But no meaning. So the tattoos are actually when I bought a shirt and look at the shirt, I said,
At the design.
yeah, that looked good, so I'll put that on my skin, and spiritual get across. So everybody mostly
It does.
want to
So
cross.
maybe you'll get a tattoo of Manu Viraj's face. Now, from the shirts that he designs for you, with bald head on your
Nah,
back.
I won't put him on it. I won't put him on it. No. Keep it simple. Nah, don't put his head on it.
Okay, and finally, in this segment, of course, everyone knows from the Caribbean, you love music and you love dance. Rihanna is from the West Indies. Are you a fan of her music?
Yeah, definitely. She's good. She represents the Caribbean well. She's from Barbados, and I haven't get an actual chance to actually meet her in person and stuff. But she's pretty good. She's taking the world by storm. So gotta give her praise. Gotta give her. Keep going, Rihanna. You're doing a thing. Big up. Enough love and respect.
Good-looking girl as well.
Oh, she's stunning.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay.
Not bad.
And dancing as well is a big thing. And we obviously know you like to dance.
Yeah.
We know Dwayne Bravo likes to dance. You two put on quite the show last year. Let me remind you, if you've forgotten, ladies and gentlemen, this is at one of the signature after-match parties. Chris Gayle over here and Dwayne Bravo, giving us a taste of what the Caribbean's about. We now come on to the rapid fire round. And I'm going to quickly give you, and I want the first person who comes to your mind. No thinking, no time.
Okay.
Which cricketer who you've played with has the worst taste in music?
Kevin Peterson.
Kevin Peterson. KP! Which one of your teammates would you give a makeover to? Who has a really bad dress sense and you'd send him to Mono Viraj for some clothing?
Suleiman Ben.
Suleiman Ben. Suleiman Ben. There's a video of Suleiman Ben rapping, isn't there, on YouTube? He's another one who can.
He's a singer.
He's a singer as well. He's a singer. Blondes or brunettes?
Blondes.
Blondes. Whew, 1-0 to the blondes. Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Not commando.
No.
Hip hop or rap?
Hip hop.
Mountains or beaches?
Beaches.
Beaches, of course, from the
Definitely.
Caribbean. Fast cars or bikes?
Fast cars.
Chinnaswamy Stadium or Sydney?
Chinnaswamy.
Chinnaswamy, because the boundaries are smaller as well. Sex on the beach or a screwdriver?
Sex on the beach.
Sex on the beach. I
Definitely.
want to have sex on the beach. You know it. You know it. You know it. And finally, what does RCB mean to you?
Meant a lot to me, to be honest with you. To actually, the hospitality has been great. To actually feel welcome, you know, it's like home away from home. To get the opportunity to actually put smiles on so many people's faces. It's always a privilege and honor to give back, you know, on the cricket field and those sort of things. And off the field, it's fantastic, good fun, great people. I love it.
Good man.
Thanks.
Glad you enjoyed. Right. Now, that video we saw earlier of your dance with Dwayne was to some Bollywood music, but you two also had a good dance along with some of the cheerleaders. Let's take a look at that. Well, that is of course what the IPL is about.
That's
Ladies,
right.
please come and join us here. This of course are our white mischief girls. Hello.
Hi.
Come, why don't you come around here so we've got you all in focus. Why don't we start with, this is your first IPL, right?
Yes.
No, for some of us we've been here before.
You've been here before, you know the drill, you know what it's
Yes.
about. And of course you know this man.
We know this man.
Jeez.
He gets around.
That's around.
In a good way.
Of course. And so you've all come from South Africa.
Yes.
Enjoying yourselves here?
Yes, definitely.
Great.
At least
and
it's not too hot here.
not too hot, not too hot yet.
Not
You're not
yet.
dancing in Chennai, are you?
Yes.
You are. Okay. And
It's
Chris, as you
good for
said,
them to get wet sometimes.
it's good for them to get wet. Of
In a
course.
good way.
In a good way.
Everything is in a good way.
That's right, that's right.
Everything starts in a good way.
I agree with you.
And of course, you said you prefer blondes. I don't think we've done too bad with
Yeah,
here.
you know.
We're all blonde.
Yeah.
Right. We thought, and these lovely ladies over here have agreed to help me out. We saw you during the IPL last year dancing with the cheerleaders. So we thought it would only be fair if our very own White Mischief girls gave you a cheerleading lesson. So do we have any extra pom-poms here? I think we'll get straight into it. Right. All right. Well, I'm here with Chris, about to get, I think it's probably going to be your first cheerleading lesson as well, right?
Definitely,
Well, you've done this
definitely.
before.
No.
Okay, so we've got the lovely Jadine over here who's gonna show us the moves.
Yes, okay, we start facing the back, face that way. Legs apart.
Of course, legs apart, always
In
best.
a good way, and hands next to your sides. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good, and you can shake. Brilliant. Turn towards towards your right shoulder. This way.
You're right.
Yeah, and you go down. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Bend those knees.
But
Bend
go down
those
in
knees.
Go down in a good way.
Head down. 1, 2. Head up on 3, 4. Yes. And then you go 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Got it on the top. So
Got it.
And okay, so you've gone down. Yeah.
Eh,
Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, and on. And up. And go. And roll.
Oh yeah.
You got it. Let's go. Let's go.
What was that last part?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and roll those hips. Oh yeah.
That was good fun.
Well, that was certainly an experience and a good workout. Chris, you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I'm sweating.
You're sweating over here. Thank you, ladies, for that kind lesson. We look forward to seeing you during the matches and afterwards as well. And yeah, in a good way, everything's great. Well, congratulations. You were the first person to do a challenge on this show.
Yeah.
Not a bad challenge to have, right?
That was a good challenge.
It was a good challenge,
It was a
of
good
course.
challenge. I had fun. It was great. Good
Great,
challenge.
and the girls taught us well. Now, just before I go into the final section, which is questions from the many fans we have all over the world who've been eager to ask you things, I want to show everyone this, which is the Chris Gayle cap, if you like, which was designed by Kunal Raval, especially for Royal Challengers. Now, of course, Chris wears a bandana when he bats underneath his helmet. It basically just goes on like this, and you've got the dreadlocks, and you can be like Chris Gayle.
Definitely.
You may not be able to pick up the girls like Chris Gayle, but you'll at least look like Chris Gayle. Now, a lot of people say they say you look like the Predator. You've seen the Predator.
Oh, Predator. No. This is Babyface.
Babyface, oh God. But anyway, this hat should add to that look.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so now final bit is questions that have come in from our fans around the world. It starts from Mohak from Mumbai. Asks, you are so strong, what do you eat?
I don't eat much. What I do, I work out a lot. I go to the gym a lot. Do a lot of weights. You have something called pre-season, like before a tournament, to try and get as strong as possible, and you kind of keep that going as much as possible during the tournament as well. So you got to keep your muscles and your guns going, so to try and hit those balls a long way.
Yeah, of course, you got big guns to hit the ball, to hit the balls as far as you do. Now, Roman Patel, who's called in all the way from London, has sent me a message saying, which cricketer do you feel possesses similar qualities to you?
Well, when I look at now, I'll say David Warner. He's definitely
Yes,
aggressive
of
as
course.
well. So he definitely take the Champion League by storm, scoring back-to-back centuries as well. So he's the sort of person who can change a game. Like I said, I just look at Warner from the left-hand version of Gayle. Right-handers, we all know Seward and how dangerous he can be as
Yeah,
well.
of course. And of course, you and David Warner made perhaps the most formidable opening partnership that 2020 cricket's ever seen during the Big Bash.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, we didn't got a big partnership, but he went on to score 100, and that was the first time opening the batting with him. So who knows what will happen in the future again.
Absolutely, we could be looking at scores in 300s.
If it took
You
one of
need
us
a new
together.
shirt number on the back.
That's
Okay,
for sure.
we've got a question actually from a young lady all the way from Canada, called Katie. Asks, obviously you take a lot of interest in what you wear. That may all change after Viraj's clothes arrive. We don't know. Is there any color pant you would not wear?
Yeah, pink.
Oh, okay, you wouldn't wear pink.
Nah, no pink. No pink.
No
No
pink.
pink. No pink.
And as I said earlier, Amar from Kolkata asks, a lot of the fans call you the Predator.
Yeah.
Is that because of your big physique, or is it because of
Well,
your batting style?
I guess it got to be the batting style, and like you mentioned, the dreadlocks, you know, the predator, strong man, you know, dangerous, you know, so you got to be careful when you approach the predator. So
Absolutely.
might get wounded.
You might get wounded. It's got nothing to do with the way you approach
Nah.
the ladies.
Cool and collective.
Cool and collective.
Easy to
there.
get on it. Easy to.
All right, well, our final question has come in from Cape Town, from a chap called Michael. You've played cricket all over the world. You've toured with the West Indies. You've, of course, travelled on your own. What is your favourite party destination?
That got to be Australia.
Australia.
Australia's good parties there.
Good parties.
I mean, away from the Caribbean. So I'm not putting my hometown in it, but you know, Australia, I like it there. You know, the party, like the nightlife there is good. I enjoyed it there.
Great. Well, that about wraps it up for us here. We have one final thing for you to do, if you can. We have a Royal Challengers helmet,
Yeah.
which I will ask you to sign and date it. We will auction this off on the Royal Challengers website, and of course, the money raised will go to a foundation, which the audience themselves actually will run a competition. You can choose the foundation that you would like this to go to. So if I can just get the helmet here, there we are. Thank you very much, and a pen, and ask you to sign the back or the front or wherever you feel like it.
I'll sign the back. I'll sign the front. You show close to the.
Close to the crest.
Yeah.
Superb. Great. Well, Chris, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me, man.
Look forward
Pleasure.
to watching your exploits on and off the field during the course of the tournament. And yeah, best
Beautiful.
of luck.
Thanks, I
Cheers.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Good fun.
Well, many thanks to Chris Gayle for joining me here today on this first edition of No Boundaries. And thank you, the audience, for tuning in as well. I really do hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Remember to follow me on Twitter @Siddhartha for all the latest on upcoming episodes. And also check out www.royalchallengers.com for all the latest news, photos and behind the scenes action of what's going on here in the RCB camp. Remember, if you do have a question for any of my guests, send them in to me via Twitter @Siddhartha, giving your name, your question and where you're from. Until next time, goodbye and see you soon.